Good evening, everyone. It is December 17, and pretty darn close to Christmas. I'm looking forward to. I always look forward to the Super Bowl, because then I know we're only 3 months from spring, from having nice weather and getting back outside and then getting in the garden. So anyway, we're going to talk about today. We're continuing our. I think it's so important to know different characteristics of who God is. Not necessarily, we talked about this before, that they're not really names. They're attributes of who God is. God only has one name, and that's Jehovah. But he has a lot of attributes. So in this case, Jehovah, which is his name, Sidkenu, and Sidkenu is the Lord our righteousness. That's what the definition of that phrase means. So I had mentioned before that, I will lay in bed, lay on the floor, lay almost daily. I try to do it daily, and I won't say I always do, because we all have a bunch of excuses and say we get busy, but I try not to. I don't have much excuse now that I'm retired, but anyway, I will lay on the floor, lay in bed, sit in a chair, I don't care where I'm at, and I will thank Jehovah Sidkenu, the God of my righteousness. I will thank Jehovah Jireh, who is my strength, my comforter, and then I will thank Jesus, and I'll go right down through all the attributes or all the names I can think of, and thank him for who he is, because he's all these things. In his days, Judah will be saved, and Israel will dwell safe in safety. And this is the name by which he will be called, Adonai, our righteousness. It is Jehovah Sidkenu in Hebrew. As Adonai lives, who brought up and led the offspring of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all the lands where he had banished them, so they will dwell in their own soil. I think that's beautiful, because in Isaiah it talks about that at the end time, in the last days, when Israel gets called back to its land, that they will be called from the north on eagle's wings. And I don't know if it was intentional or if it was just coincidental, but when they started flying Jews back 20 years ago from Russia, they were flying them on planes, and the name of the airline was Eagle Wings, and they had eagle's wings painted on their wings, and it was. I don't know if they did it on purpose. Maybe they did. Maybe they chose the airline because of that. But it kind of fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah that said they will return from the north on eagle's wings. So I think it's beautiful. I think it's, and I think God has a tremendous sense of humor. So I appreciate everybody checking in. Remember, when we pray through, thank him for as many names as you can know. Go back and review the ones we've already talked about. Or just go online and look it up yourself. Either way, I don't care. It's not about me. It's about Jesus and who he is, and about God the Father. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good evening.